What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another FIFA 20 video. It has just turned 6 p.m. on Sunday, and let's see what EA have in store for us today. Obviously, nothing from there and there. And then lastly, or secondly, let's see if they've given us anything new for SBCs. So there is a FLASHBACK CYPRIEN. Doesn't he have a League SBC card? Is it Cyprien that has a League SBC card that's like 88 rated already? EA, don't do this to us. Oh no, so yeah, he does. He has the League SBC Winter Refresh card that is 87 rated, has 84 pace, 82 shooting, 85 passing, 86 dribbling, 85 defending, and 86 physical. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a good card. Oh, there's obviously the premium. It's a good card. This is a good card as well. 4-star, 3-star, 511. This is a good card. And one segment. If this is an 84 or less, for the first time ever, I'd say, actually, guys, you know what? This might be worth it. It's an 80. Ooh. That's interesting, because an 85 rated squad to craft is actually really easy and really cheap. You know, I know an 85 rated squad in general isn't like super cheap, but that's not too bad. Before we look at this FLASHBACK CYPRIEN and his price, I want to see if they've given us anything else in the game today. I am looking forwards to this running out, guys. I honestly am. I'm looking forward to the mid-icon upgrade expiring. I'm looking forward to this season ending and seeing what EA have got in store for the next season, man. I think it's going to be genuinely make or break for FIFA 20 for the rest of FIFA 20. So nothing in advanced. Obviously, the FLASHBACK CYPRIEN is there. EA have done a good job, man. They have done a good job of giving us a lot of content in this regard. You know, quality players in here. Some of them a bit too expensive. Some of them a little bit under the power curve. But just generally speaking, they've given us a lot of quality content. I want to have a look at the actual player stuff. So, Eredivisie, Reward 3, we already knew about, of course. Championship, Premier League and La Liga, we've already known about. Super League and Saudi League. Syria, we've already known about. Liga NOS, of course. So MLS, French League, we've got to go. Bundesliga there. So it's just MLS and French League that are missing their new players. And MLS obviously will be coming on, well, tomorrow actually. In fact, before we get into Cyprien, let's have a look at the loading screen. It should state that maybe Rest of Worlds and MLS is coming tomorrow. Hopefully it doesn't just log me straight back in. It's going to log me straight back in. I'm going to have to back out and go back in again, guys. Sorry. Sometimes you log into FIFA and you just want to get in as quick as you can, and it takes an age to let you in. Sometimes you want to... Here we go. So, yeah, there you go. Let's go here. So you've got MLS and Rest of World coming in 1 day's time, which is where that's going to get upgraded. So we're going to see the Eredivisie and CSL disappear. I liked the Eredivisie and CSL. I think they are very, very nice as far as it goes. But guys, let's have a look at this SBC Cyprien, the FLASHBACK CYPRIEN. So 4-star, 3-star as well. Medium work rates. Have they changed anything there? No, exactly the same. Let's have a look at his traits. So no traits that are useful. Listen. This card, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's super well-rounded. It's there forever. It's only 3 segments. Based on, I mean, you can strong link him to Payet as well. This Payet is a really good value for money SBC as well. We're going to FUTBin in a second and have a look at the kind of thing that you could put together. But Payet is coming in at 150k, which is a bargain. And as I say, I think the 88 Cyprien is going to be good. It just depends how expensive EA are going to make this. An 84 with a French player, an 86 with a French league player, an 86 with an inform. It blows my mind. It blows my mind, man. Let's go into FUTBin and I'll talk to you guys about what's so surprising to me with situations like this, right? When you look at Lucas, he's 1.1 million coins. Cyprien is 286s. And as we well know, an 86 is about 110k, so about 220k for Cyprien, and then the 84, which is about, 40k. So about 250k for Cyprien. I think, personally, that's brilliant. What's interesting though is people are sending me images of the 87 Cyprien and then the 88 Cyprien and then the 91 Cyprien. It is weird. It is weird, and then it's also not weird that EA have once again taken the same player. You know what I mean? Like, they could quite easily have given this, they obviously gave him a winter refresh and a good card at that, but it's in the League SBC grind. And then the 88 rated Cyprien is marginally better, right? With that being said, an 85 rated squad for this Cyprien, this one here, isn't bad. You are getting yourself a good player. It's very well rounded, just on the low end of stats. So you would definitely have to think about where you want to play this card. An anchor, good pace, defending and physical, passing not the greatest, shooting not the greatest, dribbling not the greatest. A shadow for that pace and defending. I mean, as a CDM, that's a good card. His passing is a little bit meh. Give him an engine, good box-to-box midfielder. But I would definitely say that this card is a little bit below the power curve right now, this 88 Cyprien, because you do have cards, I mean, like this, right? 78k, 80k for this Verratti card. This is the one you want. You put a Hunter on him. I mean, I don't think I would personally, but I'd probably put an anchor on him. Maybe a shadow for that pace, top defending, great stam, great aggression, great dribbling, great passing. For me, this is a big dub, right? This Verratti card is a big dub. You've also got our under 300k tradable, and then you've got Payet, obviously, as I said, is a banging price. Adrissagay is a free card. You've got the Payet card that you can link with those there as well. Then you've got Savanier under 90k. And this is where it gets a bit interesting. I think we've also got... Where is he? Where's the other team in the season card? Not Savanier, the 88. Andre. For me, this Andre card as well, at 30k. This is of similar ilk to Cyprien. You know what I mean? The base card anyway. So even as an 85 rated squad coming in at about 40k or so, I think this is probably better for your coins. With an Anchor Chem style, banging stats, good passing, average dribbling, not the greatest shooting, which is where Cyprien definitely prevails. Or with a shadow, banging pace, banging defending, very good physicals, good passing. I like this card a lot. And then for, again, under 100k or 100k on PlayStation, under 100k on Xbox, this card for me is solid. 4-star, medium work rates. But look at that, top pace. Again, stamina and aggression are top tier. Defending's top tier. Passing's top tier. Shooting is top tier. Dribbling is top tier. For me, this card is fantastic. Now, obviously, this Cyprien that's 91 rated... looks to be a considerably better card. His physicals are outrageous. His passing is much better. An engine chem style on this card. Now you've got good pace, great dribbling, great physicals, good defending, great passing, and good shooting. This is a quality card. 4-star skill moves is nice. The 3-star weak foot is a bit sad. I guess I can see, this is the sort of card that makes me, again, just sit there and think about... Lucas and think he's just so overpriced, because this card is fairly cheap. It's going to come in about 250k, which isn't bad at all. You put an anchor on him, you've got yourself an outrageous card. You put a shadow on him, top pace, top defending, all of the good stats. You know what I mean? It genuinely is a solid card, right? I personally would go with a shadow. I think at this stage of FIFA, with how many good attacking players there are with 99 pace, everyone and their dog has either a Rafa or some winger that has 99 pace and 99 agility and balance, to the point where you're just going to struggle constantly. I think it's important for your midfielders and defenders to have 99 pace now with a chem style. Personally, just my outlook, right? And so Cyprien, I think, would go well with a shadow in FIFA. He's already got 94 agility, which is great for a centre mid / CDM. You could play him in a 4-1-2-1-2 as a centre mid. You could play him in a 4-2-3-1 as a CDM. You could play him in a 4-1-2-1-2 as a CDM. He can play basically anywhere. You could even play him at fullback if you wanted. 94 fullback is not bad. Just would have to shape up your team a little bit. But so what I like about this card is it does look like it's going to be 250k or less. It's definitely going to come in fairly cheap. And then you're going to get back for it a premium gold players pack, a rare mixed players pack, and a small prime gold players pack. So the pack return, as per usual, is shocking from EA, right? That they just completely nerfed that area of the game this year. I don't think it's worth it for the packs. The issue, I suppose, is untradeable versus tradable. The card is brilliant. The price is good. You can craft it. You know, you can use other fodder and items in your club to reduce the cost price of this card, which is good. And you know, it's a nice card. It is a nice card, and this is where I think it's what's quite nice about this is you have got a lot of really good alternatives, not alternatives, really good players to link straight away. Like that there is just great. You know, if you did Clichy's SBC, that's now Cyprien on full chem, Clichy on soft chem, Payet on full chem. Obviously in the 4-3-3. If you start with a different formation, maybe you start with the 4-5-1. You then don't need the left back at all. You start Cyprien there and Payet there. That's now Payet on full chem, Cyprien on 8 chem min, but you've got obviously easy links to get him elsewhere. You know, if you do put Savanier into the club, bang. Now, for Payet at 150k, Cyprien at 250k, and Savanier at 100k, you've got yourself now 2 insane CDMs and an insane cam, all for the price at absolute cost value if you paid coins for everything, all for the price of about 500,000 coins. That's not bad. Then, of course, you can craft Payet for cheaper, craft Cyprien for cheaper, or using cards like outside of that, and you get some packs back to reduce some of those coins. For me, that is a deadly trio of cards for such a cheap price. So I definitely think that this Cyprien card is really, really nice. I always, like right now in this game, I have a debate internally with myself about the price of what a card would be on the market and whether that's how it should be priced as an SBC. You know, Lucas is a prime example of that. I think, sure, he would be 1.1 or so million on the market, maybe 1.4, right? Some people think that that then makes it fair for EA to price it at that point for an SBC because it's easy to get fodder this year, which is a fair argument. But I think that, you know, if you buy, let's say, Richarlison right now for 1.4 million or whatever he was costing, it's down to 1.2 now on PlayStation, but, you know, we went from 1.3 to 1.2. Let's say you bought Richarlison at 1.4 instead of doing Lucas, and then you got bored of Richarlison, you're like, damn, I really want to change my team. You can sell him and get 1.2 million coins back, right? If you do that Lucas card for even the 1.1-ish million that he is on PlayStation, if you get bored of that card, or you don't enjoy the card, or you fall out of love with the card, or your team takes a different direction or a different turn, you can't get any of that 1.1 million coins back. You've just dumped 1.1 million coins worth of either coins or assets into a card that now has the value of nothing other than the cheapest rated 93 in the game. And that's because the only, you know, at that point you can only do 2 things with that Lucas card. The first thing you can do is use him in another SBC somewhere to reduce the price of that SBC. And the second thing that you could do with that Lucas is use him in your team. So if he falls out of love with your team, Lucas is essentially worth about 55,000 coins. That, for me personally, doesn't represent value. However, with Cyprien, you know, you've got him as a 91 rated card, right? So if we look at the cheapest 91 rated, now Cyprien's going to be 250k or so. The cheapest 91 rated card is 35k, almost 40k, but let's say 35k. So straight away, the value, the resale or the return value of Cyprien is way higher than the return value of Lucas, just because his card is worth a good portion of what the SBC is worth. And then outside of that, you know, I think the card at that price is probably worth it for people, man. I think the cards that you can link him with are really nice. And there you go. He's coming in at 277 already, or 260 already. I do believe that you can always do it a bit cheaper than Footbin suggests. The same with Lucas as well, to be fair. And you can craft this nice and easily. I think this is a legit SBC, man. It would have been nice to see him have a 4-star weak foot and maybe a medium-high work rates instead of what he's got there. Would have been nice to see him have a trait or 2 as well. And then this SBC, guys, there's no way it's 150k. There's no way. That SBC has to be, that has to be wrong, right? There's no way an 85 rated squad with an inform or a team in a season is 150k. That can't be the case. No, see, already 115k, yeah. I think, isn't it going to be like about 50k? Isn't it going to be like so cheap? Because an 84 rated is 50k, an 86 rated is 110k. So it's probably going to be about 80k. So in reflection, don't do the 88 Cyprien. Once again, I don't know why EA put this card there. Like, the 2 cards would make sense if the premium Cyprien was there for a short amount of time and the regular Cyprien was there forever, because then I'd be like, holy crap, let me get this premium done ASAP. Otherwise, if I miss out, I can still get a version of it, just not as good as it was at the time. That makes sense. Anyone that does this, you could have done about a third or so of this Cyprien with the same amount of coins for this Cyprien. Doesn't make sense. And this one's there for the whole time, and it gives packs back. Like, just doesn't make sense. Anyway, either way, guys, waffling on for way too long here. I like this Cyprien card a lot. I think it's brilliant. I think you guys should do it. I think, especially if you have a French or a French League team, or if you're in a situation where you don't know what you're doing with your team and you're looking for some inspiration, I think Cyprien, Savanier, and Payet could be a really, really good combination to make into your midfield. But that's going to be the end of the video for today, guys. So if you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.